episode 6. Today I will talk about writing a book. Yes, guys, I'm writing a book, which is so exciting. And I want to give you some advices if you want to start a book. And let's start. So, I'm writing this book. It's like a memoir about my life, my childhood. And this book I will talk about my childhood, school. Now, everything it was so fucking bad. And, you know, I hope I will be relatable. I think I will. I think I will help some people, hopefully, especially young people with school. And we know how bad school is. And I just tell my vision, like my vision when I was young and what I used to think about certain things. I always kept a diary when I was young, and I always wrote on these diaries. You know, I love it. I love pens, diaries. It's fun. Um, and so I had this pile of, diaries, and well, I think it's time for me to write down my past, like, and write a book. And so I had this idea to write a memoir. And sometimes I think why I'm writing this book. I don't know, maybe it's to help people. I'm also writing a novel, but that's another story. And I want to give you some advices starting right now. Um, my recommendation are, write down on a piece of paper what you want to write. And I personally write on paper my chapters and then I transcript them on my laptop. And but I need a physical copy. I need to write with my hands with pens. Like I think it's so cool and fun. Also, you know, when you write a book on your laptop, like you are not writing, you are typing. So it's better for you to write on a piece of paper. Like I think it's more romantic. You know what I'm saying? I keep ideas on a notebook. I write them down and listen. I write everything. Like I don't think about maybe this is a bad idea, maybe this is a good idea. I just write them down. Maybe one day I'm gonna need them. Maybe I'm gonna read them and I will be like, what was you thinking? And you know, write everything down. Don't be like, don't think about it too much. You don't want to do that. Listen, sometimes it's better to have a beautiful, clear idea and about writing. Like, find your style. Also, read a lot of books. You have to read everything, even books that you don't like, styles that you don't like, styles that you like. Read everything because I think that the more you read, the better you can learn. You know, I went to no school about writing, but I said, I don't care. I took a piece of paper and I started writing what I felt, and that's great. Start from that. Do not overwork yourself. By that, I mean, do not look at what other writers do. Do not compare yourself to no one's styles. Don't do it because you lose your time. Just focus on, writing something. You can write something every day. It doesn't have to be too much long. You can write everything you want, even random ideas. Just write it down on a journal. They might be helpful one day, as I said before. And if you are a writer and you are watching this, you know well that the best ideas actually come when you are doing nothing, when you don't have a piece of paper in front of you. The best ideas always comes when you have nothing in your mind. When you are not on the laptop, writing down, you get the best ideas. But then when you have to put the effort to finish this book, you are like, well, I don't know what to write. And that's crazy. It's an insane thing that, we can relate as writers. I'm also obsessed with creating new words. And I was like, yeah, whatever. William Shakespeare, he created a lot of words that we use. I think bedroom it's one of those. And I'm like, yeah, he created a lot of words. Why can't I do the same? You know what I'm saying? I'm not comparing myself to Shakespeare. I will never be Shakespeare. But, you know, if Shakespeare invented words and every single word is invented, created, I don't know how. Like I can mix some words as well and give it a meaning. I don't know, I find that funny and I love to do it sometimes. You don't have to take yourself too serious, especially when you are writing. Like you don't have to be, oh, who am I to do this? Listen, um, you are yourself. You can do it. You know, before you know, listen. Hear me out well. Before you have to before what I'm saying. Anyways, William Shakespeare was William Shakespeare before to be William Shakespeare. If you know what I'm saying, like he was a normal guy and he said, you know what, I'm gonna write these things down and I'm gonna make books and I'm gonna invent words and everybody's gonna say these words and blah blah blah. Like it wasn't like, oh my god, I'm nobody. Like who cares? You are nobody. Just do it. You have to start somewhere. You cannot be like, oh, I'm nobody. Oh my god, who's gonna watch it? Who's gonna read it? Oh, blah, 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 blah. You are finding excuses to do nothing. Shut up and write. Listen, write for yourself because it's more fun. Like, have this diary, this whatever you write. Write down. Write down. It's just you and a piece of paper. And eventually, if you publish it, everybody's gonna read it. But whatever. I hope my book is gonna sell. Like I'm not expecting to be the best sell book, honestly, but I just want to, have this book out because I think it's gonna help young people. And I don't have the best writing scheme. In fact, I don't have a scheme at all. And English is not even my first language, so I think that I'm missing on that. I am definitely missing on that, but I can learn that. I think it's quite frustrating when you have an idea in your mind and you want to write this idea. You want to write this chapter. You want to write whatever you want to write. And it's so complicated that, you find difficult to write this down. You don't have the words to write what you have in your mind. You don't know how to describe it, and that's so frustrating. I don't like that. It just it's awful. It's very very awful. When I write, I don't think about, well, people are not gonna like this. Maybe I'm gonna change this because people, they might think it's bad or whatever. I just write for myself. And I think many writers write for themselves. Like, I don't think that we are here writing a book for other people. Some writers, I don't want to say names, okay? I don't want to say names write books, especially the romance books are shit in my opinion. I don't like them, especially the popular writer that we all know who she is, and she's quite problematic, and she writes about women like, what the fuck is wrong with you? you know, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. And I'm like, yeah, girl, shut up. Stop write. Not everybody should write a book. I think that girl should not write a book. Like, what is the point of you? It's like she really supports shit that are not great, okay? Let's keep that for never, like. Anyways, I don't have a style yet on how I write. I just write and I don't care of styles. I don't care about if people like it. I just don't care about nothing because I'm writing for myself and perhaps I just don't care what people think because why would I care? Um, and if one day my books are gonna be popular, I'm gonna keep with this attitude of I don't give a shit. Like I'm not gonna change nothing because people might want a different outcome. That's none of my fucking business. That's another thing that you should, think about when you write. Like write for yourself. Many facts if you don't like it. And there was this period last year, actually 2 years ago. Listen, I started writing this book 2 years ago. It was on February, and you know, I was inspired by the war that was starting because every time, like, I kept a diary where I was writing on all the things that was happening, like, were happening in the world at that moment, and I was so pissed of this word, and I said, and now I'm gonna start writing this book, and I am transcripting some pages of my diary as well on this book. So it's a memoir with, pages of my diaries as well that I am selecting because I have so many diary pages that I don't even know where to start, how to put them, and it's freaking me out because I don't even want to read things from the past, but I have to because it's the job that I'm doing. And my ideas actually flow very fast and easily because I'm writing this memoir, and now I'm writing my first novel, and I had other two ideas for other two novels, and I'm also writing my novel, so I'm writing two books, and I think it's actually insane how I can keep it up, but I don't know how I do it. I just, some days I want to write the novel and create these characters, and other days I just want to follow my fucking past, write down my memoir, and how school was bad and how life was shit when I was young, and my opinions on what's going on in the world. you know some days I think this is the first memoir and the last. I don't think I'm gonna write another memoir. Maybe when I'm 50s, 50, 60, I don't know, when I'm gonna be more older and I'm gonna have much experience, because at the end of the day, once I wrote my childhood, like, I'm just 23. uh you know because I think I'm still 20, so I always say I am 20. No, you're not 20 anymore. That's crazy. And I really don't like this. I really don't like this. I think I am, what is called the character from the picture of Dorian Gray. That's his name. Dorian Gray. I have that syndrome. Like, I really don't like the idea of being grown, being old. I love the freedom because my childhood was, not that great. But just the idea of, having an age, it's scary. I don't like it. And I think this is like these things of the age. I want to also put it in my books, and I want to talk about how much I don't like the idea of being old, getting old. I don't like it. Anyways, I really hate it. I really, 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 really hate that. I don't know about you. Let me know in the comments if you are on YouTube, if you are on Spotify. Just like this, save this podcast. I don't know. Just let me know if you hate it too. Like, I can't. Anyways, I have some writers that, of course, I take inspiration from and I like. Of course, my work will not be like them because they are the original one. They are fantastic. And I love Dakota Warren. She's amazing. You know, she's new. If you don't know Dakota, go search her up. Yeah, she's on TikTok. She's everywhere. She does poetry. I never read one of her books. I want to. One day I'm gonna be reading. Um, but I don't know, just her style and her presence, it's great. Then I like Shakespeare. I love Shakespeare so much, and you know, great, great, great. Um, I love to read books about self improvement. So, everything that is about self improvement books, I have a pile of books about self improvement, which it's crazy, but I love it. Like, what you gotta do, you gotta improve yourself. You know what I'm saying? You know well what I'm saying. I love that so much. And, uh, yeah. I'm not a fan of modern writing, honestly, which is ironic because I'm writing as well, but I'm not great at, yet. I hope one day I will be. But, you know, I'm not saying that every modern book it's bad or whatever, but just the idea of, reading Instagram, Twitter, I don't know, it's cringy. Like, it's, I don't know, I can't do it. A book that I want to read is A Little Life. Everybody's reading this book and it's tragic. I don't know if I can handle this shit, but honestly, I don't know how she wrote that book. I don't know how she did it. Like, it's actually insane if you think about it. If you read the book, I just love spoilers, so I've read, watched spoilers, and I was like, nah, it can't be true. Anyways, I want to give you some of my advices on how to start writing and what you need. My advices are that you need your mind to be connected, you need your creativity to be connected. Do not follow what other writers say. You can take inspiration from other writers, but don't take everything from them. Just take something small that you like. Then, as I said before, if you have a journal, a diary, and a pen, it's better. You have all the ideas right there. Also, do not think too much. Don't think, well, that's bad. I don't know if I should write it. Just write it down. You might need it after. And I think I gave the basic, you know, um, things that I actually do. I don't do that much. I just write what I feel writing. And eventually, when I print everything down, I will correct them. But when I'm in the process of writing, I won't correct nothing. I just let my end flow with the mind. And it's cool, great. Don't overthink about, when I'm writing, I don't know. I don't know if I'm writing good. Do not do that. You actually are blocking your flow, and you're gonna end up losing time, and you don't want to lose time. Just write what you feel writing. Then eventually you will correct the copy, but just write. don't wait time, like don't wait time, don't waste time, and don't wait. You have to be quick when you have an idea. Just write it down, because the second later you might forgot everything. And if you are interested in knowing more about the book I'm writing, on YouTube I do videos about my book sometimes, and I want to make more videos about my book. Maybe I will do it, definitely I will. And just follow, keep in contact with me, because I think you can actually enjoy this book that I'm writing, and this book can actually inspire you to, you know, whatever, whatever. If you want to know more about my book, I already made a video that you can watch on YouTube. My YouTube is Kaya Chanel. You can watch the video when I talk about how I write. And it's a video dedicated to my book. Of course, I will do other videos, as I just said, because I think that it's amazing to share, your process. Also, if you are writing a book, please let me know, because I want to keep in contact with other writers, and I want to know what is your style, what is your opinions about books and writing styles. Let's keep in contact. I hope I reach the right people, because it's also great when you write to reach people that like your style. You can also reach people that are not of your style, but it's better when you reach people of your style, because you can actually talk with them and you can relate. This was episode 6 of my podcast. Thank you so much for being here and for listening to this episode. Next week I will be ready with episode 7, and this podcast it's available on Spotify and YouTube, so you can follow both if you want. Let's keep ourselves in contact for the books, and see you next week. Bye.